Morning students. Today I'll explain you the poem Why. This poem Why is an insight into the mind of a little boy. All the children are curious and eager to know reasons for everything happening around them. This curious boy about whom the poet is talking in the poem, he also wants to know everything and anything happening around him. Now let us start with the first stanza. I know a curious little boy who's always asking why. Why this? Why that? Why then? Why now? Why not? Why by the by? The poet in the first stanza says that he knows a little boy who is curious to know everything happening around him. So he keeps on asking different questions like why this, why that, why now, why then, and why not, and the other similar questions about everything he comes across. Now, in the second stanza, he wants to know why wood should swim, why lead and marble sink, why sun should shine and wind should blow, and why we eat and drink. Now, in the second stanza, the poet further describes the queries of the little boy. He asks the questions like why does wood swim in the water, while lead and marble sink in it? This question asked by him indicates that his imagination is very strong. He has various questions like why does the sun shine? Why does the wind blow? And why do we eat and drink? He wants to know the reasons of all his questions. In the third stanza, he wants to know what makes the clouds and why they cross the sky, why sinks the sun behind the hills, and why the flowers die. In the third stanza, the poet gives some more examples of the questions asked by the little boy. He says that the boy wants to know that what are clouds made up of and why do they move in the sky while all other things move on the ground. Then why do clouds move in the sky? He also wants to know that at the sunset, why does the sun disappears behind the hills and what is the reason that the pretty flowers in the garden die all of a sudden. Now in the last stanza, some of these whys are not too hard to answer if you'll try. Others no one ever yet has found the reason why. In the last stanza, the poet says that some of the questions asked by the little boy are not difficult to answer. We just need to think a little about it and can satisfy the child's curiosity. They can be easily answered. But the answer to some questions is not even known to us. We also do not know the reasons of some things happening around us, which are very difficult to answer.